If you are on a narcissist grudge list, and you should know if you are, you should realize that they're always going to be looking to create a storm with you. You're going to be looking for storm. They're a storm hunter. Always going to be, well, depending on the relationship. This is like an ongoing, close relationship. They're just expect it. It's kind of their way of communicating with you. Just kind of think of it as a form of a strange, disturbing form of communicate. That's just the way they communicate. Just antagonistic. Just, why are you always talking to me in that tone of voice? Like, why can't you just speak to me in a nice tone of voice for once? It's just their way of communicating, and you kind of have to just learn to look beyond it and not let it bother you. It's just the way they communicate. You just have, like, my rolling the eyes. Like, the rolling the eyes, we think of rolling the eyes as kind of a negative thing. It really helps. Rolling your eyes behind their back is much better than yelling at them and escalating the whole thing. Yelling at them for the way they're treating you is what you want to do, right? It's a natural reaction. Why do you think you can just talk to me like that? Like, if you're on their grudge list, if you crossed them in some way, if you disagreed with them and you made them mad, and now they think you're their mortal enemy and all that, then you're on the list, the grudge list. They're always going to be wanting to antagonize you. And you think to yourself, I thought we were cool. Like, why are you still trying to start a fight? It's just the way it's going to be. That's the way it's going to be. At that point, it's just the way of communicating with you. It's going to be aggressive. It's going to sound like they're trying to start something. But it's just, really, if you just, because they think in their heads, in their head it's a storm. You just have to let them know this is not a storm. There's no storm. You just tell them, calm down. Everything's fine. You know. This is on a more calm level. This is not on a level where you're throwing things at each other and all that. At that point, calm conversation is kind of out the window. Okay. There's different levels of it, different levels of arguments. You're throwing things at each other, or you're just kind of barking things at each other. There's different levels, right? Throwing things at each other or worse. Back to just expect that they're always going to be poking you. Always going to be poking you. Always. Baiting. Always going to be baiting you. Every time they come around, you have entered the bait shop. So just know you're in a bait shop. Understand that you are in a bait shop. And it's going to be bait dangling in your face everywhere. Every time they come around. Every time you get on a chat with them or something. It's a bait shop. So all you have to do is just move the bait aside. Don't take the bait. It's just their way. It's their way of communicating. And really just let them know. There's nothing to be upset about here. Everything's fine. For instance, why is this like that? Why is this like that? And they're all actually down here. They're all low vibration down here, right? Whatever it is. Just not really. I don't know what's going on. When they're all like this and there's really nothing going on. You know? You just have to tell there's no issue here. And hopefully it'll settle down and you can move on. Until 5 minutes later when they're trying to create another issue, right? But yeah, you kind of just look at it the way, that's just the way they communicate. Everything's got to be end of the world. They're on edge. You don't have to be on edge. You don't have to crawl onto that ledge with them just because they're on that ledge mentally. You're just looking at them. You're looking at them and you can see that they're freaking out. And the important thing is for you not to start freaking out as well. Because they're going to talk to you in that tone of voice and say disrespectful things. And it's really easy to freak out. But once you understand, it is not about you being all messed up. This is about their mental illness and them just lashing out. When you take it personally, like, this is all about me being a bad person. No, it's about their mental illness. I'm not saying don't be humble. I'm saying there's a difference. The sickness wants you to take it personally. The sickness wants you to take it personally and escalate everything. So considering it more just a disturbing form of communication, okay, I know you're on, just think to yourself, they're on edge about everything they're on edge about everything all the time. They overreact to everything all the time. We all overreact, but this is the person, basically how they are. They're always high strung, very high strung. They want you to be high strung with them. They want you to be high strung with them. They want, that's why they're always trying to freak you out. That's why the data thing. Don't let them know what freaks you out. Do not give them a map of all your buttons. Here you go. These are all the things you can say and all the topics you can bring up that's going to make me not feel good. Here you go. Have fun with that. It's basically what you're doing. That's it. No data. Don't tell them anything about what you like, what you dislike. Because the sickness wants to use that against you. The sickness is looking for your soft spots to hammer on. That's what the sickness does. They want you to be high strung with them so they don't feel alone. And you can just feel it. You're trying to get me upset. You're trying to get me all upset like you. That's what you're doing here. You're creating this problem out of thin air, trying to get me all upset. And this is the way they communicate. This is how they are. And just let them know it is not a problem. And then hopefully that'll... But it's not going to stop. It's not going to be the end of it. This is how to not freak out over every little thing they say, because they're going to be saying little things and doing it all the time. They can't freak out over every tone of voice, every mean word. It's their form of communication. Just think of it like a weird language, like a weird foreign language. Okay. Is it pleasant? No. I'm not saying it's pleasant. Decoding it or whatever. Breaking it down. Understand it. Understanding leads to calm. Confusion leads to anger.